Hey, what is going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. Today is something a little bit different. I don't really normally talk about the Pokemon anime, but it's something that's very close to my heart, actually how I got into Pokemon. And we're going to be talking about the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime, which will be revealed for the first time to the world on the 29th of September. I'm going to be basically talking about all the possibilities of what this anime will be like, how are they going to handle it? Is it going to have Ash Ketchum? I'm going to, like I say, talk about the possibilities, my opinions on those possibilities, and what I'd like the most. And obviously I'd love to hear back from you guys. What do you want for the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime? Do you want Ash to continue? Do you want a new character? Or do you want one of the other possibilities I'll mention in the video? So if you do enjoy today's Pokemon Sword and Shield anime video, make sure to hit the like button down below. Shows me that you want to see more of these kind of videos. Maybe when the anime drops I can make more videos on this. And yeah, if you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sword and Shield and pretty much anything Nintendo related, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to become a part of the Twintendo Nation. So before we start going over all the possibilities of what could be happening to Ash and all that stuff in the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime, let's actually talk about what we know so far. So, like I said earlier, it's revealed on the 29th of September. We'll get our first look. How long that look is going to be, I don't know. But the most interesting thing, and this was announced a couple of weeks ago, is that they're going to go to every single region in the Pokemon world that we've seen so far. So, Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, obviously Alola, and Galar. I normally, the biggest focus is when you're promoting one of the new Pokemon games, the anime will just promote that region. So a lot of us expect it just to be the Galar region, and it might mainly be the Galar region. I'm assuming it will be, and maybe these other regions, whoever the protagonist is, let's just say Ash for now, just goes to these regions for a couple of episodes. Similar in the way that Ash and the Sun and Moon gang basically went to Kanto, saw Brock and Misty, and then they came back to Alola later on in the series. I feel like that could be a possibility, they go to these every single region just throughout the series for a couple of episodes, catch up with old friends, because I think the Pokemon Company knows how much the fans love seeing Brock and Misty again, and obviously there are some fan favourites elsewhere with May and Max, Dawn, and I don't know if any of the Best Wishes group counts, but still, obviously Serena as well. Serena's a massive one that a lot of the Pokemon fandom would love to see. So that is going to be very interesting to see how that works. I still think Galar is going to be the main focus. I still think Ash is going to travel around the Galar region if it is Ash. And we're going to move on to that. Who is the protagonist going to be, and what are the options we've got for Pokemon Sword and Shield? So for me, I'm not saying this is probably the most obvious one, and I'd like this. It's probably not my favourite option that I've written down, but we'll go through them. So continue as the same old Ash we've had for 20 years. Or 20 plus years, and just 10-year-old Ash just going around the region catching Pokemon, trying to beat the league. I feel like that is probably the most obvious option. I think a lot of people are worried, and this was even before and Sun and Moon spoilers by the way, but I'm assuming a lot of you guys know because it was a viral. Ash won his first Pokemon League, which was amazing. I was so happy because it should have, it's something we've all wanted for him for 20 plus years. It definitely should have been the Kalos League for sure. He should have won that one because that was much more epic. But take nothing away from the Sun and Moon one. I'm just very glad Ash has finally won a league. But what does that mean for Ash now? He's kind of got his main goal. Obviously, you could say catching all Pokemon, but he's never really been about catching every single Pokemon. It's just to win, one of these trainer leagues. So it's very weird. What more can Ash accomplish? Because if he goes to the next league and then loses, are people going to call him a failure? So even before Ash won the league, a lot of people were speculating we're going to get a new protagonist or something like that. But for me, the most obvious thing to do is continue as 10-year-old Ash and just do what we've been doing the last 20 plus years. And I think that will happen. I'll be very surprised if it gets changed, but it's not out the realms of possibility. So the next option. This is probably one I want the most, and I think a few of you guys would. I'm not sure, because obviously I've never asked, but a time skip Ash, when he's older. We're kind of sick of him being 10 years old. Make him a bit older. I'm not saying too much older. He don't have to be like in his 20s or 30s, just like maybe like 5 years older. Just, make him progress as a person and a trainer would be interesting. And maybe, I don't know how they do it, but it would be cool to see him like take a young trainer under his ropes, kind of teach him the way. Whether that's, I don't know. I'm just trying to think how that will work. I still want Ash as a protagonist, and I do want him to age a bit, but I don't think that is ever going to happen. I think this is probably the least likely option. Something I'd like, a lot, but I don't think this will happen. So let's talk about probably maybe a scary option for some of us, but maybe exciting. A new protagonist. No more Ash. 20 plus years of Ash. He wins the league. What more can he do? Let's get a fresh start, especially since they go into all the regions. Maybe this is a perfect time to just say goodbye to him. I would be disappointed if this is the case, just because I felt like Pokemon X and Y would have been a great way for Ash to bow out, especially if he won the league. I just thought that was a very, would have been an epic finale with him winning that Pokemon League. The Sun and Moon anime is very different in a good way. I think it's been a lot of fun. It's just gone for fun and humor a lot more than seriousness that we've known with Pokemon for years. But that would be a weird way for him to go out, a bit anticlimactic, I think, even though he did win the league, obviously. And a new protagonist would make sense, because as I said earlier, what more can Ash achieve? He's won the league. If he doesn't win any more leagues, or doesn't win the next league, fans are going to be a bit, well, you won the last one, why are you not winning this one? It's definitely not the possibility that Ash can stay, and I'd be down for that. A new protagonist, I'm not sure if I'd like that, per se. Like, Pikachu is a mascot Pokemon, let's get that right. So I think if there is a new trainer, it's going to have Pikachu. Ash is kind of replaceable, but he's still a big face of Pokemon. He's one of the biggest Pokemon brands. I'd be very shocked if he leaves in some aspect, just because so many people know about Ash Ketchum. Would they kind of take to a new protagonist? But like I said, is there anything more Ash can do apart from just catch every single Pokemon? Maybe that's why they go into every single region. Maybe that's his new goal now, not to win the Pokemon League. Or he'll still compete in that, I'm assuming, if he does stay. But maybe it's to catch, more Pokemon. I don't know. I'm just trying to guess as we go along. But the last option I've got, and this is probably, it's not the least likely, but this is what I don't want. This is to reboot Ash Ketchum to the start, back to Kanto, or just not even back to Kanto, back to square one, just him and Pikachu going through, I guess the regions in this case. He would go to a lot of regions. This is a possibility, actually. I tell you what, I wouldn't really want it, but this is a big possibility. We saw this in the Pokemon 20th movie, I Choose You, that they kind of just rebooted Ash back to the start, and it kind of continued on. These last few movies have been very weird. They're basically their own thing, and then they obviously remade the first Pokemon movie in CG, which did not look good, by the way, which was obviously Mewtwo Strikes Back. I really don't know why they remade it like that, but yeah, this is a big possibility that Ash is going to go to every single region, but as starting again, and we're going to see all our favorite characters again for the first time. I don't want it. I like the history of Pokemon. I like that Ash has all these friends across all these regions that he can go back and see anytime, and that's what I'm hoping for, since we know that every single region is going to be included in Pokemon Sword and Shield anime, with a lot of new Pokemon and old Pokemon. It would just be great to see some of Ash's old Pokemon he's not seen in years. Butterfree, not going to happen. Pidgeot, maybe. I think Pidgeot's not been seen for the longest of times. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously Charizard, and you could go for so many Ash's Pokemon, so many of Ash's friends. I think rebooting Ash would be a real shame, because we'd lose all that history, all his connections with his friends, with his Pokemon, and I just don't think it's worth it just to, just because he's won the league, so what? Let's just see Ash try and win another one, or catch some more Pokemon. I think I never really watched the anime for Ash, as much as I like the guy. I watched the Pokemon anime to see, the Pokemon feel more alive, to see what the region would look like, because obviously it looks quite different in-game, and yeah, to see, obviously, all the friends Ash makes along the way and all the Pokemon he catches, so it would be very disappointing for them to just throw it out the window, really. So guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you want? Do you want Ash to continue as the 10-year-old he's always been? I wouldn't mind that, actually. Time skip Ash is the least likely, but I think it would just be nice to see Ash change a bit, because we're kind of sick of him being 10 years old for 22 years or whatever it is. Do you want a new protagonist? So no more Ash, just Ash can exist in the world. He might meet up with him, but it's going to focus on someone else for the first time. Or do you reboot Ash back to the start, similar to Pokemon I Choose You, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I don't know, some of you guys might want that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Well, yeah, that's all I've got to say on the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime. We're going to find out more on the 29th of September. I'm really excited for it. And if you want me to, obviously, make more Pokemon Sword and Shield anime videos, or just Pokemon anime videos in general, let me know in the comments below. But guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sword and Shield, and of course, Animal Crossing New Horizons, covering that quite a bit on the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!